So, hello everyone. No, this is not a Facebook live stream. This is my actual first attempt at a professional esque video. Uh, so, yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit of explaining, but this is gonna be part one of the Godzilla King of the Monsters review. Uh, this review is gonna be a spoiler free, so after this, anything else I post is gonna be nothing but spoilers for the movie. So, before I get started, just a little bit of an explanation because I said this was going to be posted either Saturday night or Sunday morning. Well, the thing about that was when I got home from watching the movie Saturday, I went out to eat with friends and stuff like that. And by the time I got home, it was like 10 o'clock. And by the time I actually started filming the review, it was like 11, and I didn't get done until like 12:30. And I was not proud of that review. I was all over the place. My thoughts were erratic, and the ending was really, really rushed. And that movie did not deserve a rushed review. So here I am. I actually have a quote unquote script that I've been working on. Part one is just gonna kind of be comparing this movie to 2014's Godzilla, and that's really all it's gonna be. It's not gonna be anything spoiler related, but my next video, which is gonna be over like the human aspect, like the human storyline, which I think that's probably gonna be like part two. That's gonna be spoiler ridden. And then the finale, part three, is going to be nothing but monster talk. All right. So without further ado, let's begin. So my first thoughts about Godzilla King of the Monsters was that it was a beautiful movie. I have never heard. Well, I myself have never been in a theater where people were clapping and cheering at everything that happened. Well, not like everything, but everything big that happened. Uh, it was a new experience for me because I held my composure, but like inside of me, I was like, yes, yes. So yeah, I definitely give it five. What's the movie grading thing? Like 5 stars? Yeah, I give it five golden stars for that. Uh, yeah, I recommend this movie to Godzilla fans, monster fans. Hell, if you don't like Godzilla, I still recommend this movie for you because after you watch this movie, you're gonna like Godzilla. All right. So the comparison between Godzilla King of the Monsters and Godzilla 2014. Right off the bat, the first thing you can notice in King of the Monsters is Godzilla's design has changed. So he's a bit thicker. Like, I don't want to call him fat, but I mean in that one scene where he's like shooting his atomic breath into the air, he does have a belly. But I want to say they gave him kind of more mass because the original 1954 Godzilla was, he was a thick boy. Hang on, just gotta get this. As I'm talking, I'm like going through my little checklist of stuff to talk about. So let's see, Godzilla design. Yep. And yeah, this new design for Godzilla is more based off of the earlier renditions of Godzilla. So like his dorsal fins are more wide. They're not as small and jagged as they were in 2014. His claws are longer on his hands, and his arms themselves are actually, you can tell they're bigger, and he actually has like usable claws. In the first movie, he had arms, he had hands, but they were kind of just like not little T-Rex hands, but they were there. in this movie, I don't want to say like he punches and shit, but you know, his arms are used more, I guess. And while we're on his limbs, his feet, he actually has toenails. In Godzilla 2014, his leg was just like this column with like 3 little toes. But now, I mean, it's still a column, but you can see like the muscle instead of just like mass. You can see his calf muscles and his quads and stuff like that. And then when you get to his feet, if you ever seen the original or earlier designs of Godzilla, his feet were always kind of like, here's the toe right here, then here's the claw just kind of off the ground. And they didn't quite do that in this movie, but it was still kind of like, here's the toe and then here's the claw on the ground. So I kind of thought that was nice with the with his new design. And then overall, the whole story behind this movie was a lot stronger than 2014's. And what surprised me the most is that the human element of the story, which I'm going to be talking about more in part 2 of this review, is way stronger. I was actually connected. I gave a damn about what was happening to the people. Not that I didn't give a damn about what happened in 2014. It was just... was I saying? Hang on. I just had a fucking brain fart. Is it 2014? Or is it 2000? Fuck, when did the original Godzilla come out? Anyways, I'm just gonna call it... Is it 14? Fuck. I forgot. There's no way for me to edit that. But, yeah, and the first Godzilla movie, which the year will not be, maybe it's 2016. I can't fucking remember anymore. But, yeah. The human storyline for that, the only real reason I liked that storyline was with Bryan Cranston. I love Bryan Cranston. He's like one of my favorite actors. But then they killed him off in like the end of the first, what's it called for like movies? Act. They killed him like at the end of the first act of the movie. And I was just kind of like... And then it kind of sucks because the actor playing his son, Ford, I knew him more as Kick-Ass. So I was like, fuck it. No, that's not Ford Brody, son of fucking this scientist. No, that's Kick-Ass. I was kind of pulled out. But this new movie, I don't want to say I didn't recognize the actors. I mean, I kind of did. I mean, hell, fucking Tywin Lannister is in the movie. So I pointed him out really quickly. But it was more, I don't really want to say believable, but it was more like I could grasp the human element and the monster element, and I could picture the whole story together better, you know? If that makes sense. And then that was another checkpoint. Let's see, I got 2 more. As far as the movie goes, I know one of the biggest issues for the original Godzilla movie back in, I'm just going to say 2014, because that's what I've been saying this whole fucking time, was that people were like, oh, it's focusing on the humans too much. You're not focusing on the monsters. Well, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but the monsters are on screen like, I want to say 80% of the time, it's monster, monster, monster. And to go into another bullet point, each monster almost has their own little theme song. Like, if you're a fan of Godzilla, you know Godzilla's little tune that plays at the end of his movies. That little trumpet or violin chorus that's just da 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 da. That tune, that was in the movie. Mothra's song, not like the actual song, but the melody to it was in the movie. Rodan and Ghidorah, they each have their own specific tune as well for when they are on screen. And yeah, I'm actually kind of excited because I didn't think my camera would record past 10 minutes. So, uh, I kind of rushed those two and combined them together. God damn it! But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for part one.